why you can't focus anymore. Here's what focus really is and how you can master it. I know that feeling when you sit down and you're like, all right, today I'm doing it. I'm gonna get everything done. And your mind just goes, nope, not today, not now, tomorrow. It's not even dramatic. It's quiet. It's subtle. You just can't get yourself to lock in. Then the day starts slipping and you start doing everything except the thing you actually needed to do. And at night, you're left with that heavy feeling of, what is wrong with me? So today I want to talk about what focus really is, why it disappears, and the one practice that actually builds it. Most people think focus is motivation. Like, you either feel like it or you don't. But focus isn't a feeling. Focus is the ability to put your attention where you want it and keep it there. So when you say, I can't focus, so what you're really saying is my attention isn't listening to me. That's not because you're broken, that's because you're untrained. This is why it feels so confusing. Some days you're sharp, you sit down and you just do it and you don't even think about it. And other days, the exact same task feels impossible and you start to believe that focus is random, but it isn't. It's actually a state. Your mind performs differently depending on the state you're in, and most people never learn how to cultivate the right state on command. Here's what most people do when they can't focus. They try to save the day. They clean, they run errands, they reorganize. They do something productive so that they don't feel like a failure. And listen, I get it, because doing nothing at all feels like dying, and doing something feels better than nothing. But that's the trap, because a lot of the time you're not being productive. You're just running away from the actual discomfort of starting what you really need to do. The enemy isn't distraction. The enemy is boredom. And I'm not saying boredom like nothing to do. I mean that feeling when you sit there and it's quiet and the work is in front of you and your mind starts itching. That itch is the moment most people lose it, because the mind will do anything to escape boredom and it knows you'll let it. So this is a game that your mind plays on you. Your mind doesn't need to beat you forever. It just needs to stall, because it knows eventually you'll go, all right, fine, I'll just do something else. That trains your mind to believe if I resist long enough, they'll give me an exit, as in you'll give yourself an easy way out. So the pattern becomes, you try to work, you can't focus, you do productive distraction, it gets late, you try again, still no focus, and then your mind goes, well, the day's gone anyways. And now you feel guilty, so you want relief. You either doom scroll or you switch off completely, and that's just how people lose so much of their time. A day turns into a week, turns into a month, turns into years. I want you guys to think about a situation where you really think you're going to take advantage of a certain time. You don't in any way, shape, or form. For example, people who work a regular 9 to 5, on a weekly basis, Monday through Friday, they're working. Then on that weekend, they're expecting to get so much out of that weekend and genuinely to completely reset themselves in that weekend. But that weekend comes, they end up going out on a Friday, sleeping late into Saturday, waking up exhausted, tired, going to sleep late, Sunday, sleeping throughout the whole entire day, or waking up even later and feeling even worse, not feeling productive. Perhaps they do a few errands just to finish up their Sunday, can barely go to sleep that night, wake up very groggy and irritated and irritable on that Monday morning. Think about that, and think about when you have a longer vacation, summer vacation when we were kids, things like this. Oftentimes we go through those same cycles where we think we're going to be really productive, but then we end up not being productive at all. We end up wasting so much of our time. Every day we think that we're going to change and we're going to do better. But in reality, every day stays the same, and we end up losing so much. Now, here's the thing that changed it for me. It got me out of that loop of constantly wasting time. If you want your mind to focus, you have to remove escape routes. Not by forcing yourself, not by bullying yourself, but by making the choices simple. And so when it's time to work, your mind only gets 2 options. You either work or you do absolutely nothing. No phone, no errands, no cleaning as a reset, no little dopamine snack to make it feel easier. Just you, the work, and boredom. And your mind will hate that at first. It'll throw excuses at you. It'll create urgency. It'll make you feel restless. But if you stay there, if you stay in that little pocket of uncomfort, something happens. You can tolerate boredom longer than your mind can. Your mind is the one suffering, not you. So eventually, it chooses the work. That's the exercise. That's how focus is trained. And when you do this, don't just sit there raging internally. Sit with awareness. Notice what your mind is doing. Notice the thoughts. I'm not ready. I'm going to mess it up. I need to research more. This isn't the right time. Just observe. Because once you observe your mind clearly, you start realizing it's slippery. It'll say anything to avoid starting. And once you see that, you stop respecting the excuses that it gives. If your mind keeps saying, I don't know what to write, or I don't know where to start, reduce it. Can I write 1 sentence? Even if it's bad. Bad can be fixed. Nothing can. Practice this. It's called metacognition, and it's really important for you. This isn't really about work, it's about authority. Right now, your mind decides when you move, but when you train focus, you decide. And when attention becomes stable, everything else stabilizes too: clarity, confidence, and direction. Sometimes we feel that we can't actually move in a certain direction because we don't know where to go, but this is a crazy reverse exercise, which is don't let yourself do anything. I've tried this with myself a lot and it works crazily. It works very, very well. Genuinely force yourself to not do anything, and you'll see how eager you are to do something. If you feel mentally scattered, emotionally drained, and stuck in avoidance, I help people reset inside my 12-week one-on-one coaching program. We don't do surface motivation. We rebuild your baseline so you can think clearly, regulate your emotions, and move with direction again. If you want to apply, the link is below. You deserve to be the best version of yourself.